Thank you very much. So hello, everyone, and welcome to this session. Thank you to The Economist for organizing and to Beyond CSR also for co-hosting this session. So before I start, a quick introduction. So my name is Saman. I'm Iranian, living in France since 2010. I'm the Associate Dean of École de Ponts Business School of École de Ponts Paris Tech France. And I work in on the convergence of technology, circular economy, and business model innovation. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. Just to start, will I get these slides or should I go without the slides?
You can go if, go through the slides.
All right, I guess I would need the, Thank you very much. Perfect, so we are going to discuss emerging trends in sustainable business models and the role of circular economy and digitalization for the fashion industry. So we are going to talk about 3 points. So we talk about why technology is an enabler for business model innovation and circular economy. How can technology bring transparency, accountability, and stakeholder engagement to the fashion industry? And what innovation opportunities can digital enablers provide to drive the fashion industry towards circular economy? So basically, we are going to take an ecosystemic approach and talking about the digitally empowered circular business models and what they can do. So they contribute to improved socioeconomics and more inclusive economy, as it was also elaborated in the previous session, which was great. Help meet the challenges of designing closed-loop businesses and positively impact the planet while boosting sustainable competitiveness. So obviously, we know the challenges with the fashion industry, but as it was also asked, I'm going to quickly have an overview on them. So basically, we're talking about from sourcing and production and what's happening in sweatshops, human rights violation. Then, in terms of numbers, we are consuming a lot of water. We have a lot of waste and a lot of emissions. So basically, the fashion industry by numbers, as also mentioned, the 2.5 trillion industry with 20% of industrial water waste, 10% of carbon emissions. And the most, sort of the worst is that 85% of textiles are, end up in the landfill. So that is 21 billion tons per year. So not only we are consuming a lot, not only we are polluting a lot, but also we are wasting a lot. So the challenges of the fashion industry, they are all across, if you like, from material sourcing, from fiber production, from clothing production. Then it goes to packaging, then distribution, then retail, then use and maintenance, and then the afterlife, which is not managed at all. So we are dealing basically with emissions, with toxins, human rights challenges, water consumption and pollution, and waste. So to transition to circular economy, we are focused on stakeholder engagement strategy. So this is what we are going to really explore. What we're missing today is material flow tracking and supply chain transparency systems, and circularity in the design of the materials, operations, and processes. So how can technology and circular economy solve the problem? Technology and circular economy can be a significant part of the solution, but they are not going to solve the problems without us. All of us, all the stakeholders, we need engagement. And also in terms of technology, in terms of design of the technologies, we also need to lead the way in order to have human inclusive technologies that we are developing. Talking about AI, for example. So there are many technical, philosophical discussions which are out of the scope of this conversation, but the message is that we are the drivers and technology is just a tool, and circular economy is a framework to follow. So basically, comparing the linear economy to recycling economy and circular economy, in the linear economy, we take, make, and dispose. In the recycling economy, we add one layer of recycling, which was not great, and which is still in use, unfortunately, and we still have a lot of waste. In the circular economy approach, we totally have a different type of more elaborated approach. We call it the 10 R's, following Ellen MacArthur's foundation work. So we start with refusing to produce, and then we rethink what else can be done, how else can we achieve what we are looking to do, the job to be done. then we reduce consumption, then we reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, repurpose, and recycling is only one to the last, which means that it's not that good of a job if we are doing recycling. And eventually, obviously, we recover. So circular economy is about narrowing down the loops by using fewer resources, slowing down the loops by extending the useful life cycle of materials, and closing the loops by designing out waste. So in this illustration, as you can see, products get to the user after extraction, manufacturing, and the retail and all the operations. And once they get to the user, the value is destroyed after use. And that is a big problem. Because now moving to circular economy, now we can see that we are basically creating loops. We are creating loops to intelligently and efficiently circulate materials and use them. So we are using remanufacturing, repurposing, refurbishing, and recycling at the end. So,
Speed up a bit.
yeah. So, and this is the approach that we need to have. So circular design. We need circular design, obviously, from the beginning, optimal use models and value recovery models. So in order to make it happen, we need definitely fundamental changes from the beginning. So we say technology is an enabler for circular economy and business model innovation because they empower our infrastructures and tools. They improve, they bring improved and innovative core business functionalities, and they enhance transparency, accountability, and stakeholder engagement. So basically, there's a plethora of industry-specific technologies that obviously we use, but the major digital enablers for the circular economy, I group them in three, like big data analytics and AI to bring us data-driven decision-making, intelligence, and insight. IoT, cyber-physical systems, and intelligent assets to bring us connectivity and the feedback loops that we are missing. Distributed ledger technologies, blockchain, and tokenization to bring us transparency, trust, and stakeholder engagement. So what innovation opportunities can digital enablers provide to drive the fashion industry towards circularity? Basically, from the beginning, sustainable, smart, and traceable materials, transparency and accountability for operations and processes, facilitating and promoting multi-stakeholder engagement, connecting and reinforcing ecosystems. So Pavlina, if you let me, I just jump to the end and then we come back if we have questions. So I just want to finish with this quote from my good friend and colleague. So the goods of today are the resource of tomorrow, available locally at yesterday's commodity price. Professor Walter Steho in his book, Performance Economy 2010.